With a yo-ho-ho, it's Tale of the Toaster. Welcome back to Let's Play Inazuma 11 Go Light. Last time we came for a look at the beautiful view, but now it's time to step back to reality, head down, and do some practice with Coach Evans.
Victor, how are you going to help Arion unleash his fighting spirit?
I'm going to use Lancelot's power.
Oh, I see. You're going to use your fighting spirit to bring out mine. That sounds terrifying. Don't scream like that, please. It makes it even worse. No, so we're going to start off this episode by getting killed.
Bokonyan Sherwind, try to get the ball.
Ah,
So you're not going to pelt it straight into his face. You're trying to trigger the resonance between fighting spirits. That's how I got mine too. When the Maestro resonated with Lancelot, he practically burst out of me. Okay, let's go.
yeah, I think.
Get him, Arion. Don't let that bozo beat you.
Well, that went exactly as expected.
Ah! You're still not focused enough.
I can feel it though. My power's growing stronger than ever. Something really amazing's about to burst though.
Maybe it's the muscles in your leg or your face. They are about to burst, I would certainly say.
Oh, look how much effort he's putting into summon his fighting spirit. He's making us look lazy.
You're not wrong, mate.
Duh, as if we're letting a newbie show us up. It's training time. Bush! Yeah! We gotta sort ourselves out! We're going to the Nationals and that's all there is to it! Pirates Cove, you're getting mullered!
You know, I love the way Adekebe talks, but don't let that overshadow Rusty. I love everything he says as well.
Everyone's training by the tower. It feels just like the old days.
Yeah, I mean, Rusty, he's not got too much of a personality or a design to speak of, and certainly not many interesting moves. But I love his voice and just the way he talks. But Arion's almost there with getting his fighting spirit.
Who's there? It's been quite some time, hasn't it, Victor? Bailong! To think that you would stoop to playing for such a feeble team. You have truly changed. The Victor Blade I knew was as sharp and ruthless as a knife. A lone wolf who trusted no one but himself. How the mighty have fallen. All I see now is a weak-minded fool content to play happily with his insipid friends. I, however, have lived my life in pursuit of the ultimate strength. I fear the days when you were a match for me are long gone.
Did you come here just to bore me with idle chatter? You're interrupting my practice.
I'll see you later, Victor.
Yeah, he's certainly got intense music, you can say that about him.
Arion, have you got everything? It's almost time for school.
I know. I hope you get to watch the match today, Auntie Sylvia. We're definitely gonna win. Anyway, I'm off. See you later. You too, Spotter. Oof. And that we will with a big bang. The next task is to take on Pirates Cove Marine Academy. But of course, we're not gonna quite do that in this episode. But that doesn't mean to say we don't have much to do. Oh, very much the opposite. In fact, I would say what we're about to do is kind of necessary. These guys have been bowling together. Sam didn't know that Mark Evans was married. You went to his house for tea, anyway. Pixar, it didn't happen. I love the phrase Pixar, it didn't happen. It's not really a phrase that's said anymore, but I still try to bring it back sometimes, just as a reminder of what was once a fairly popular saying. I mean, why did it drop off? Pixar, it didn't happen makes complete sense. Anyway, So what we're going to actually do, we should obviously be talking to Mark Evans to advance the story and move ahead to the stadium where we would be taking on Pirates Cove. But I would say our team right now is very under-leveled. Straight up, the recommended level for taking on Pirates Cove Marine Academy is level 19 to 21. Currently, we're level 16, so I think we definitely need to do a bit of grinding. And it just so happens that even though Mr. Veteran's competition route has been at a standstill for about half a year by now, Millie Moonlight's extra competition route in the Raimon Club Room, which is very hard to get to, by the way. What a long walk it was. Okay, I have to change my formation on the next screen, sorry. Yeah, Millie has actually had an extra competition route over here for a couple of episodes now, and we're gonna get into it and take some people on. With what is currently... You can see why Shun was in my lineup. It's like the game was trying to tell me something. Don't try and play against Victor with Victor. But no, we now finally have the option to play against the Order of the Black Templars in the extra competition route. And of course, I'm not going to show the whole thing, but we never got to properly beat them before, so it would be quite nice to not only gain some experience off them, but show how far Victor has come with his new special move, Doom Dive Drive. Prepare to see a lot of it. But yeah, so Order of the Black Templars, this was the team which introduced us to fighting spirits and whatnot, and Victor Blade and his forgettable friends just dominated, steamrolled Raimon over 10-0, and then suddenly when you take the only competent member of that team and put him in Raimon, suddenly he's balanced and fair again, and he's lost whatever made him OP in the first place. But nevertheless, it's not really about that right now. What I want to do is use Victor to defeat Victor 5-0, and then I will get double the experience points to level up my team a little more and unlock the next match and eventually some different rewards. So what I should be doing right now is using a fighting spirit to clean through this much more easily than I am doing right now as a result of playing it normally. In fact, let's just do that now. I'm going to bring out a fighting spirit with somebody, and then I'm going to show you just how cleanly they can wipe through an extra competition route. If indeed I can get the ball back at all, please. JP, you are a defender and you still don't have any defensive moves. Not that it was even him making the effort in the first place. I'm a cut. To some random using Victor's special move and not Victor himself. That's just a little bit jarring, but we were barely able to stop it. Who can I actually pass to here? None of my fighting spirits are anywhere nearby. Come on, you don't have one, JP. Well, this is bad. I don't know if I've even shown that move before. He learned it ages ago, but I just never really get to use Rusty that much. But there it is. Victor's going to bring out his fighting spirit, so I'm going to bring it out with no one, apparently. Hey, look, it's Arion's new defensive move, Whirly Whirly, that he got a couple of episodes ago and never really got the chance to use in a match. Well, I was going to take a shot with Victor's fighting spirit, I guess. No! Come on, give it to... Fine, we'll just get it in with another Doom Drive, I guess. I will show off the fighting spirit stuff in the next match. Wow, I had a miserable time with the rest of this match. I stopped commentating in the first half, and in the entire second half, I didn't even score again. I just ran out of stamina on most of my players. never got to bring out my fighting spirits on anyone other than Ricardo, and literally Ricardo never made contact with the ball on any of those occasions after I'd brought it out. So that's just a B rank, and we cannot do the following match. But hopefully Raimon Reserves should be a fair bit easier than... They're team level 20. Okay, I take it back. It's actually the B team, the people that have mostly quit now. Does Schiller remind you of anyone? Yes, it does. That is Coach Lena and Xavier's surname. I don't know if any sort of connection between those characters is ever established, but they wouldn't mention it for no reason, right? Nevertheless, so those are the guys who would have upgraded to Raimon's first team if ever anybody left or stopped playing or just graduated, most importantly. I think this would be a good time to just bring out Ricardo's fighting spirit Maestro. Let's demonstrate just how evil these things can truly be to unsuspecting players. I'm gonna make it last as long as I can. I'm not gonna use any special moves with it. I'm just gonna... Whoops. Almost lost the ball entirely. So no atomic harmonic, just regular shots. That will be more than enough to get the ball past these guys. Let's see how many goals I can get with one player just abusing their fighting spirit. Well, first of all, we've got one, and Ricardo's gauge, I don't imagine will have depleted that much. First, we've got to get the ball actually back in his possession, so let's move him and Arion around. So, you're definitely not keeping it from me. I don't actually know where to look at his gauge to see how much he's got. Okay, so over half of it is gone, but I am like voluntarily taking people on. I could have just kept him off to the side there, but I decided to get him involved in the action, do even more actions where he's utterly invulnerable, and he is now going for a second goal with one use of fighting spirit. And bear in mind, we also have Victor on our team, who can do the same thing. And then I'm sure other characters throughout this story will be able to get their own fighting spirit. So if this is the impact that just one fighting spirit can have in a match, which by the way hasn't depleted yet, Ricardo... Oh no, it has. Okay, my mistake. It's gone now. But yeesh, one fighting spirit can do all that. I'm going to see if I can S-rank this one. So I will see you in one moment. But let's also just take time to remember one more thing, that throughout the time Ricardo is using his fighting spirit, he's still got all of his TP for his normal moves as well. Fighting spirits can truly break this if you want them to. But now that Shun and Hugh are back on our team, let's body them. Or let's get bodied by them, fair enough. Nice to see Shun getting some action with his terrible, terrible move. Whew! They were really putting the pressure on me at the end. I just had nobody other than Wan Li to pass the ball to, and he kept losing it. But nevertheless, that was a 6-0, but only because of fighting spirits. I got 5 out of 6 goals using the fighting spirits. But anyway, we beat those guys, which has unlocked Jumbo Sandwich for Wan Li, and finally JP has his own defensive move for Lapjack Defense, which I believe is somewhat exclusive to him. Like, no move in this entire game is truly exclusive. But nevertheless, that's all we can do for this competition route, apart from replaying the same matches again. But we've made it up to team level 19, so that's not so bad. I don't see myself being able to S-rank the match against Order of the Black Templars. So I'm just going to leave it for now. At least I've gone from level 16 up to 19. That's a dramatic improvement from what it was before. And now I feel a little more equipped for the next match. Albeit, it's still going to be a little bit of a struggle because they are a difficult team. and mission objectives can always be hard to work with, but I hope that demonstrated other things you can do to level up while also showing just how broken fighting spirits can be in the right situations.
Looks like you're all here. Let's make a move then. Time to go to the regional final. Let's beat Pirates Cove and make it to the Nationals.
Yes, coach?
I wish I could unleash this power inside me. I know I'm almost there, but something's missing. Well, all I can do is keep trying. Maybe I'll work it out during the match.
Right then, you lot. Let's go.
We will. So, it's not in its own unique area like Royal Academy was. It's just in the stadium that we all know and love. The iNatter once again updates. We're going to check it for a second time this episode because Eugene's just using it to scream his pessimism once again. It will be in the next episode where we take on the Marine Academy themselves, the one we have alluded to so very much, but we're at least going to walk up to the stadium and call things off here. So, this has been Taylor Toaster, and look forward to next one where we'll do story match in it. Bye bye.